Sequels to my life entirely up to me. Slowly suffocating, do you notice how it feels? That baby, can you hold me while I'm running through a field like?
This is Officer Ashlyn Plouffe, and she just punched this black woman in the face. What's worse is that this is a pattern for her, and she's well known to use excessive force on people of color. Up to this point, she and her...
A racist cop doesn't realize they're... Oh yeah, y'all didn't even see the title, my bad. A racist cop doesn't realize they're being recorded. Bro, I don't understand, like... Shit like this shouldn't happen, but like... But even for you, the regular person, all of this shit affects you. Do you know how much money that fucking police departments pay out to motherfuckers in settlements on a yearly basis? That's your tax money, nigga. Like, bro, what are we doing, bro?
Black woman in the face. What's worse is that this is a pattern for her, and she's well known to use excessive force on people of color. Up to this point, she and her department have gone unpunished, but there are countless cases of racist officers who forget they're being recorded, like when a cop repeatedly shouts slurs at an innocent black man. But first, let's look at a cop who did something so racist, it got him fined $100,000 and fired from the police force entirely.
Hey, I'm black out here. That's what the issue is. Yeah.
The incident happened in San Diego when he approached Amari Johnson for smoking in a non-smoking area. The only problem, Johnson didn't have a lighter, cigarette, or vape on him. Even if he was smoking,
what?
He warranted this treatment.
What? Yo, my nigga, what? Bro, how is that? Come on, bro.
In Diego when he approached Amari Johnson for smoking in a non-smoking area. The only problem, Johnson didn't have a lighter, cigarette, or vape on him. Even if he was smoking, do you think that warranted this treatment?
Off me, bro. What you grabbing me for, bro? I already told you just coming straight. You look goofy as hell, bro. Stop touching me, bro. Obviously, nobody going nowhere. Hey, what'd I tell you? I told you I was waiting for somebody to come here. They right here, bro. Oh my God, you're talking Hey, you talking
See what I'm saying? This is the problem with the police. Y'all don't understand. These are people who are being paid. They're professionals. You are supposed to be able to go to a situation. Say someone calls like, there's a fight. You're supposed to be able to go to a situation and de-escalate situations. You're supposed to be able to de-escalate. You should never be the one who is escalating situations. Why the fuck are you putting your hand on someone who for smoking in a non-smoking area? At the most, this is a fine. Not only that, the nigga didn't have nothing for him, nothing he was smoking. So at what point do you even escalate this to the point where you're putting your hands on this nigga and pushing him pushing him down and shit? You see right there, that's already a lawsuit. Like this is everybody bread. Like this is taxpayers' money. This wasn't coming out of his paycheck. When this nigga files a lawsuit on this nigga for doing this shit, the city pays that shit out, my nigga. So niggas like this are a detriment to everybody, bro. That's the problem. Like, fuck your political beliefs, whatever. It's just da-da-da. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Nigga, this affects everybody, bro.
Stop. Hey, stop.
Why? Like, come on, bro.
Obviously, nobody going nowhere.
Or vape on him. Even if he was smoking, do you think that warranted this treatment?
Off me, bro. What you grabbing me for, bro? I already told you just coming straight. You look goofy as hell, bro. Stop touching me, bro. Obviously, nobody going nowhere. Hey, what'd I tell you? I told you I was waiting for somebody to come here. They right here, bro.
See what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, you talking? Stop. Hey, stop. Bro, you goofy as hell, bro. Hey, Mr. Dodges, you making a big ass deal out of nothing, Brody. You making a big ass deal out of nothing, Brody. You real big though, huh? Hey, you real big. Hey, you real big.
He smacked it. He didn't smack shit. Watch. I'm already knowing. Bullshit. So now you're gonna use that as reasoning to escalate the situation. He didn't smack shit. He probably jerking it. He's grabbing this thing and jerking this thing. He's like, yo, you hit me. You hit. Right, you already know how these niggas are.
Bro, you goofy as hell, bro. Hey, Mr. Dodges, you making a big ass deal out of nothing, Brody. You making a big ass deal out of nothing, Brody. You real big though, huh? Hey, you real big. Hey, you real big. Hey, you real tough. Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I have no reason to be detained by you, bro. Sit down.
And then they're gonna escalate.
Y'all are funny as hell, bro.
Over him smoking in an area where he doesn't even have a cigarette or nothing. And the nigga's frustrated. Like, yeah, you could say you could have handled it differently, but yo, when a police officer comes up to you, you already know what police is coming up to, you know? And then he's grabbing this nigga saying like, yo, you're smoking here, and this nigga doesn't even have a lighter or a smoke or a cigarette or a vape cigarette, nothing. Come on, bro. And then he's grabbing you and shit. So then you're getting frustrated, and then look how it escalates.
It's funny as hell, bro. Hey.
That's fine, dude. You already put your hands on me.
Bro, I didn't put nothing on you, bro. It's on camera, so you can check it. Bro, y'all hella goofy, bro.
Remember, it's on camera. We gonna see.
beating you, and you smacked me.
Bro,
He
nobody
smacked him.
Bro,
He
I
You did it?
Bro, I smacked you.
Sages claims that this treatment was because Johnson slapped his hand away, a moment not clearly caught on his body cam.
What did I say? They be lying, bro. I'm telling you, they will grab you and push you and shove you and shit. And when you're moving and shit, they will say, "Oh, you resisted me, you hit me, or whatever the fuck." Or like sometimes if they're trying to arrest you and shit, they'll be jerking you and shit and moving you, and they'll be like, "You're resistant." Like I'm telling you, bro.
What the bro? You don't know what's going on?
I just got here, man.
This fool is in the wrong. He tried to come up on him like he's not doing shit. He's waiting for me to get back from the store, right? When I come back, instead of him just apologizing and being like, "Oh, you're right, I get it," he tried to grab him and choke him and put him on the thing. Obviously, my friend is gonna put his hands back. This fool's in the wrong, and he could just say that and let it go.
See?
Instead, he's trying to. I don't know what he's
We're
trying to
just
do.
trying to figure.
See, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Literally, that's exactly word for word what happened. He tried to come up. I don't know where he got cigarette smoke or whatever the fuck he got, like where he even came up with that. But the second he realized it wasn't that, he like, my bad. That we just watched the last video when police arrest a wrong person, and you saw how the one guy said like, "Yo, my bad, yo, I don't want to like." They said you match the description. I'm not trying to like bother you, but I'm just trying. You come up to people like a human being, my nigga. Like,
Figure out what's going on, man.
Bro, he's being a whole ass bro. Oh God, and you know you're wrong, bro.
This guy would be an awful lot more helpful if he wasn't so aggressive, but he's exactly right. Johnson was simply waiting for him to arrive in this spot when he was approached by Dages and was exhibiting no suspicious behavior whatsoever. But in the conversation that followed, he accidentally reveals the true reason for this stop.
He looked at my name like 30 minutes ago, bro. Why am I still here? I don't got nothing on me. I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm being a citizen. So you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm frustrated. It's not as hell I'm sitting outside for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You really don't get it though. You don't get it.
I understand that you're frustrated.
I feel like I understand you being empathetic. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't get it, bro. I already know what it is. Hey, I'm black out here. That's what the issue is.
Yeah.
All good. I get it.
Dages agreeing to this almost seems like a joke. Even if this was a sarcastic comment, it speaks volumes that
it speaks volumes because you legit. If you say a nigga killed a nigga and then the nigga like some people, that's why I don't fuck with the motherfuckers who they will do some fucked up shit and they'll be like, it's because I'm black. They'll use that bullshit. They'll use that like as they'll use bullshit. But there's lots of situations where shit like that does happen. A situation like this where you just approach and grab a nigga for smoking and the nigga doesn't have nothing on him, and then you say some shit like this. Come on, bro.
this is something he feels comfortable joking about.
Yeah.
If the cops let it go at this point, all might have been forgiven. Johnson was understanding and the female officer was polite, but Dages decides he's not finished and moves in to arrest him.
So listen to me. You're being placed under arrest for 241 CO.
What is that? So watch. He had nothing to arrest him with. So he's either now going to say, yo, you resisted arrest. If you see a nigga get charged and their only charge is like resisting arrest, they never had, why were they being arrested in the first place? You never had anything to even be arresting them in the first place. I'm telling you. So he's gonna charge him with resisting arrest, or he's gonna he's gonna be a bitch and be like, oh, he assaulted me, and he's gonna go with that. It's one or the other. Bro, I'm telling you, these niggas be playing evil games, bro.
Okay?
Yep.
All right.
What's 241C?
Assault on a peace officer.
Assault. See what I'm saying? Bitch ass nigga. He never assaulted him, and it's
On the officer. Hey, okay, bet. Hey, bro, you are a whole ass. Bro. Hey, call Jerry. Call Jerry. Hey, Nick, call Jerry. You're
that's ridiculous.
bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Except for you're the one that hit me.
Bro, I didn't hit you, bro. You started grabbing me, bro. I told you to stop touching me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Assault a police officer. You know it's on film, right? How far you think this gonna go? Hope
See?
you don't shoot me in the back of the car or some shit. Cause you got the.
See, he knows. He's like, I hope you don't, because he knows they don't have nothing. This is a lawsuit. Bro, this was a lawsuit from the moment this nigga grabbed this thing. He knows. He's like, I hope you don't shoot me, because once they go in and they review this footage, this officer's fucked. That's why I be trying to tell niggas, if you are in a situation with these niggas, never ever let them, if they're arresting you wrongfully, they're being aggressive with you, using excessive force, slamming you to the ground, let them do it, nigga. You're about to get, bro, come on, you're about to get a bag. The second you fight back or you do anything, they're gonna, you know, he didn't do nothing. At this point, he has done nothing. So he knows. He's like, look.
Hey,
Except for you're the one that hit me.
Bro, I didn't hit you, bro. You started grabbing me, bro. I told you to stop touching me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Assault a police officer. You know it's on film, right?
He's like, you know it's on film.
You think it's gonna go? Hope you don't shoot me in the back of the car or some
See?
shit. Cause you got the corrupt officers. You're for sure a corrupt. Cause I'm not supposed to be in the back of the car in the first place.
Dages searches Johnson, then sits him in the back of his patrol car before taking him away to be charged. He also allegedly lied on his police report, saying that he observed
Of course he did.
patrol car before
Holy
taking him away
shit,
to be
bro.
charged. He also allegedly lied on his police report, saying that he observed Johnson smoking and that he took a fighting stance when
Lied. You know, like, I'm telling you, this shit is fucked. Like, this shit just makes me mad, bro. Because he had to lie, because what plausible reason would he even give for him originally approaching this nigga and grabbing him. Oh, well, he saw him smoking. No, you didn't, nigga. He didn't have nothing to smoke, so you didn't see that. And he took a fighting stance. So that could be the reasoning as to why he approached the nigga, grabbed him, and pushed him and shit. That's why he did that shit. That's why he had to lie and say that.
He was approached, but Johnson wouldn't stand for this and decided to sue the city of La Mesa and Dages himself.
There you go. There you go. I'm sorry to keep going on a tangent, but there's so many niggas who the reason they do this is because you can't do this to no nigga who's in the high class or middle class. Their parents know what's up. They're gonna, bro, if they have to take a loan out, they go have to take some money off of the house, off the mortgage, to go put up money for a lawyer to go sue the fuck out of niggas, they will. Tanner parents, they gonna take the mortgage off the house if they have to put that lawsuit against y'all niggas. So they don't play with them like that. But because they know that a lot of these motherfuckers, like, bro, if they look, they see a nigga, the racist niggas are immediately assuming they're in the fucking government housing and shit. They don't know nothing about the law. They don't know their rights. So that's why they target them. They know if they go and take them to court and shit and take them and put them on trial for shit like this, they be like, oh, bro, they're probably just gonna accept the plea deal. Bro, they're gonna probably have a fucking public attorney. They're not gonna go and file no lawsuit. That's why they target people in these impoverished communities, man. Like, they know.
Citing excessive force and wrongful arrest, around a month into the lawsuit, La Mesa agreed to pay a sum of $125,000.
They didn't even fight it. They didn't even fight the case. Immediate settlement. They knew. Immediate settlement. And maybe this nigga gets fired. That's the fucked up part about it.
Johnson. None of this money would come out of Dages' pocket, but he was swiftly fired from the La Mesa Police Department just 2 years after he joined. Ashlyn Pluff, however...
There we go. But that's not always the case though. Watch, out of this video, there's gonna be a couple of these motherfuckers who nothing happens to them.
$5,000 to Johnson. None of this money would come out of Dages' pocket, but he was swiftly fired from the La Mesa Police Department just 2 years after he joined. Ashlyn Pluff, however, punched a black woman in the face, and her entire police department were just as bad and were all caught clearly on camera.
You know, before there were body cameras, I wonder how many sergeants would just light this thing up, empty this thing.
Ashlyn's...
Like, my nigga, come on, bro. Like, how are these real human beings,
a black woman
bro?
in the face, and her entire police department were just as bad and were all caught clearly on camera.
You know, before there were body cameras, I wonder how many sergeants would just light this thing up, empty this thing.
Ashland's police department were dispatched to a house party in
What the
Toledo, Ohio.
fuck?
Guests at the house weren't causing a disturbance, and they didn't seem violent or rowdy whatsoever. So when the cops decided to move in to arrest them seemingly at random, it raised serious alarm bells.
This is already wrong. Every house party I've been to that ever got shut down, they never walked up to people and just started arresting them. Never. Not once. They came and shut it down and escorted and made everyone leave. They never once have I've been to a lot of house parties. Let me think. At least over 50, 75. Like, I've been to a lot, nigga. The police never once came and just arrested niggas. They always told niggas, all right, we gotta shut it down. Everybody go home. That's what they would do. They never just walked up 8 deep, 10 niggas deep and just started. My bad. They never walked up 8 niggas deep, 10 niggas deep and just started arresting people, bro.
Lives here. Who's the owner I can talk to?
They never did this.
I'm asking who lives here. You do? All right. Arrest him, and them two.
Like, yo, that's.
Hey, you can't go in my house. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I ain't even do nothing to you. What do you mean? Why you pushing me off the porch, bro?
You are, like I said, as a police officer, you are supposed to be de-escalating situations, not escalating them. What are they under arrest for? And why are you like, bro, this is like...
Don't stay back. Failure disperse, everybody.
These niggas are wild. Just off of the start of him saying, yo, I should have took out the... They probably are going to start up and pulls on these niggas, bro.
Cop tells them that they're getting charges of failure to disperse. And in the state of Ohio, this charge can only be given out when the suspect's presence creates a high likelihood of physical harm or public inconvenience. In this scenario...
See how they're pulling bullshit out their ass, bro? Come on.
The cop tells them that they're getting charges of failure to disperse. And in the state of Ohio, this charge can only be given out when the suspect's presence creates a high likelihood of physical harm or public inconvenience. In this scenario, the cop is clearly just looking for a way to get the guests in cuffs.
All right, let's get you guys in the back of cars. Okay, I'll explain to you. I stood here and I told everybody to go in the house. Listen.
No, you didn't.
I stood here and I told everybody in here, either go in the house or leave. After I...
This nigga walked up, said, who owns the house? And they're like, da-da-da. And he's like, arrest him. You didn't say none of that. Niggas is lying, bro. Bro, this shit's...
Okay, I'll explain to you. I stood here and I told everybody to go in the house. Listen,
No, you didn't.
I stood here. I told everybody in here, either go in the house or leave. After I said that, nobody moved. I said you're going to jail if you don't move. Nobody moved.
The precise reason that nobody moved might be difficult for this cop to comprehend, but it's actually because he never asked anyone to go inside the house. He simply asked who lived there and then started arresting people. It should also be noted that if this call was for public disturbance, the commotion has increased dramatically since the police arrived, and it all...
What did I say? You're supposed to bro.
Almost seems like they're the ones that caused it. But if you think the cops are about to stop there, you're dead wrong, as this officer decides to take out his weapon to threaten the residents.
What? Yo, my nigga, come on, bro.
Let's go!
Time to move! Let's go!
Who else wants to go to jail? Because you're about to go.
What did I say? The type of time they're on, they probably start up and pull. This nigga didn't up and pull. He upped the AK. Bro, come on, bro.
Go! Go! Why don't you listen and just go home? I don't have patience. People go to jail when I'm around. You know, before there was body cameras, I wonder how many sergeants would just light this thing up, empty this tank.
These snarky remarks from the cop are frankly terrifying, as he's essentially admitting he'd open fire on everyone here if he had the opportunity. He's drunk on power, and he's not the only one. Ashlyn Plouffe is also on the scene doing exactly the same thing, only her story ends in an even more violent manner.
You're not walking back up to that house. Turn back around. I don't care. No. No.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I can take her ass to jail. I don't give a
Failure to disperse. Get the out now.
Go.
Tensions are clearly extremely high right now. However, what makes the following footage even crazier is that the girl we're about to meet is professional boxer O'Shea Jones, an Olympic-level athlete who should be respected and admired for her talents, but instead, she was assaulted, plain and simple.
Back up. Go.
Bro, these people are cowards. Like, every person who I've met, most of these people were cowards. Like, they're cowards. So, due to them living most of their life as being cowards and being, like, perceived as, like, losers, bro, they get into places, into business, into, like, companies like this. They'll go work and become a police officer, do things to have, finally, once in their life, to feel like they have some sort of power over people. That's all this is. That's all this is. This is all just them power trip. These people are losers. Once that shirt come off, they're nothing in life. That, like, bro, I'm telling you, like, it's niggas who I know who are like this, who wanted to be police officers, bro. They felt powerless. It's all a power trip. And you can do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to do something illegal, you can do whatever the fuck you want as long as you professionalize that shit, bro. You see niggas do this shit all the time, bro. Bro, you know how many niggas are like have Jeffrey Dahmer type of mindsets who want to kill niggas and shit? Bro, they just go in the military, go kill niggas. That's what, bro. You want to feel big and bad, go be a police. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like.
Go. No. I'm asking for his back. Back up. I'm asking for his back. Okay. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Nope. I'm not even up here. You can't do that to her phone. Back the up. What is wrong with you?
Look how they're talking. Assault the peace officer. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
Okay, give me her phone. Okay, that's her phone, so you just gotta keep it. I'm gonna give my phone. No, you're not giving your phone to anyone. Breaking my wrist. Then stop moving. You angry? Calm down. You angry? She's angry. All I'm saying, she's squeezing my hand for no reason. Will you quit moving? Stop cussing at me. She just hit me. Y'all just see her? I know. She just hit me.
She's handcuffed and she's holy fuck.
I know. She just hit me.
Ma'am.
I am. I asked for your badge number.
Oh, mine? You were talking about?
And they're telling me, yo, you're supposed to be an Olympic like, yo, you're supposed to be a Olympic boxer. After thumping, yo, this is crazy. This is the worst video we've watched when it comes to like the police shit. Like, this is the most blatant one. This shit is crazy.
There's no way to justify this attack. O'Shea was surrounded by officers and restrained, and Ashlyn punched her for no reason other than anger and hatred. However, unlike the officer from before, it seems that Ashlyn had completely failed to consider the fact that every cop here was equipped with a body cam, and she was in plain view of all of them. But in a tragic twist of fate, prosecutors found this use of force to be justified. They
Of course
posit that
Of course they did. Of course they did.
O'Shea was resisting arrest, and the punch was a compliance technique. Instead, she was verbally reprimanded for her use of profanity in the incident.
Of course. I'm telling you, what did I say right before in this last one? I'm like, oh, he probably not even get fired. He got fired. I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a couple in this video where nothing happens. This one was way worse than the last one.
incident, but received no criminal
It's ridiculous.
charges. But there's no better example
Ridiculous.
of racism than yelling racial slurs at a suspect, and that's what Officer Tim Garcia was caught doing on July 14th, 2018.
For being
The suspect,
I think-
Dwayne Robinson, was
Have I seen this one before? I can't remember.
allegedly getting aggressive and confrontational with mall patrons, using vulgar language and threatening them. After Robinson was asked to leave, he complied, but the guards continued to follow him and eventually detained him.
They was like, you understand? I said, look, man. I went like that. I said, look, y'all already told me what it was. I was like, I'm already walking off. So I tried to go back that way. I was like, I thought there was an exit. And they grabbed my bag. I said, look, man, don't grab my bag like that. All they had to tell me was like, look, sir, there's not an exit over here. And they was like, all right, we want you to exit the mall. I was like, look, man, I'm not about to exit the mall, bro. I said, look, I want the cops to come here to let y'all know the y'all doing. But look, I ain't even did nothing.
To recap, Robinson
Why are you trying to get the cops to come let them know the dumb shit they're doing? Nigga, they don't, bro. Gang, these niggas don't fuck with you, nigga. They're not gonna be on your side, gang. They don't have your best interest, nigga.
has basically said that he was confused why security asked him to leave, but he complied until they started to get physical with him. He then asked them to alert police to try and work everything out. But as it turns out, this would be a huge mistake. The cop would soon turn out to be not just rude, but derogatory and insulting.
Now, my question to you is, if they tell you to leave the mall, you gonna leave the mall?
No, I don't want to. That's
Okay,
what I
well, I understand you don't want to, but if they tell you, are you gonna leave the mall?
I'm asking for what?
Okay, they don't have to tell you. If they don't want you here, you're not here. Okay?
That makes no sense.
Okay, here's the deal. Now you're gonna get argumentative with me. They won't put you in jail. I'll put you in jail. We cool on that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You have your ID? Let me just get your information. I'm gonna get their information, and then we'll be up.
Y'all take my information. So, like,
Like, look how niggas is talking to human beings, like, bro. You go, like, even this shit, a security guard, they ask you to leave, and then they'd be like, someone would ask, why am I being asked to leave? They'd be like, okay, we're trespassing you because you did this. They're not explaining nothing. They go up and try and grab this nigga's bag and do their other niggas drunk on power. You ask the nigga to leave, you establish what the fuck, like, yo, what did I do? Oh, you're being disruptive, da da da. We're gonna ask you to leave this one time. If you don't, we're gonna have to trespass you, da da da. This nigga probably would have left, my nigga. He would have left. You telling, yo, you have to leave, and then you're grabbing the nigga and shit. Come on, bro. And then this nigga's like, bro.
they talking about they want to give you for criminal trespass.
Yeah, they might give you a criminal
But look,
trespass.
I ain't even did. Why y'all give me criminal trespass? What you mean, bro? What you mean they can't?
Shit.
No, hold on. What you mean
No,
they can't?
okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna ask you to do something. I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna make you.
Let me go, bro. Look, go ahead and let me go.
Power trip. See what I'm saying? See? I'm gonna tell you to do something, and then I'm gonna make you. It's a power thing, bro. These people are losers, nigga.
No, okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna ask
I
you to do
know
something.
these niggas in real. They're good. They're losers, my nigga. You meet some niggas like this in real life. They're losers. This is the only way they feel like they have any worth in life.
I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna make you.
Let me go, bro. Look, go ahead and let me go, bro. Look, go ahead and let me go, bro. Stop tensing up. Yes, sir.
You still.
Now you're under arrest.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Like, he's putting this nigga in a fucking headlock, nigga. For what? For what? Bro, this shit, I can't watch shit like this, bro.
After Robinson allegedly refused to hand over his ID, the cops
Criminal trespass. Come on, bro.
decided to arrest him. At this point, they have decent reason for this. Robinson did refuse to leave the property when asked, and if Garcia is to be believed, he even took up an aggressive stance when he was asked to hand over his
Okay.
ID. But that's not the important part. That comes when Robinson is on the ground, cuffed and helpless, as the
Oh my god, here we go.
cops start
I'm
to
gonna-
become
we'll get
more
to it.
blunt and abusive.
You say, look, give me your ID, so I'm about to give it to you.
But you did no. You took it back.
What do you mean, bro?
Hey, it's all on camera.
Fast, bro. I didn't do nothing.
Dude, look how old I am. You think I act back? I listened to all your stupid for like 5 minutes.
Look, bro, and I said, look, before I give y'all my ID, can y'all tell me, like, why would I get a criminal trespass?
And I told you, if you're not shopping here, they don't
All
want you.
right, look, they didn't even tell me. I don't even have criminal trespass.
You do now. Now you're going to jail.
Tensing up like that? This was just
Who had my arm, bro?
No, I answered, bro. I'm not your fool. I'm nothing like
Look,
that.
bro,
I'm an officer.
all I did was ask a question.
Right, and we asked you for your ID, and you refused to give it to us.
And look, I said, look, can y'all tell me? All right, give me
So
your ID.
we're
So look,
detaining
I'm about to
you
give it to
for disturbing the peace.
Serving the peace.
Yeah,
And
this is
since you
peaceful
tense
as
up and
was.
don't want to give us your arm.
Bullshit
that's-
charges, bro.
That's just the way it goes.
Bullshit
The way
charges,
you were
bro.
raised is bull.
Tell me how
I'm telling you how you're raised.
Like, who? Like, how are these? Holy fuck, bro.
Disturbing the peace.
Serving the peace.
Yeah,
And
this is
since you
peaceful as
tense up and
was.
don't want to give us your arm.
Man, that's
we have
bro.
That's just the way it
That's
goes, sir.
bullshit.
The way you were raised is bull.
Tell me how
I'm telling you how you're raised.
Well, you got me
Yeah, you are up.
Police officers are supposed to do nothing other than protect the public and de-escalate tense situations. But it seems that Garcia has absolutely no concern for his image whatsoever, as he decides to take it up a notch by using slurs and acting blatantly racist.
You do. Hey, here, look. There's a police. There's a police. You. How do you like that? Police said it right back to you. You. Obviously, I don't. On camera, I'll say it. Do I look like you? Well, I'm only 3.4% African.
Weirdo. Yeah, bro, that's like, bro.
I'm 3.4% Sub-Saharan African. There you go. Say it right. Put an R at the end.
Bro. These is the motherfuckers who making money off your tax dollars, bro. Holy fuck.
If you're gonna say it, don't call
Not only did the cop just say all of that completely unapologetically, he did it all right after acknowledging that he's happy to do it on camera just to prove a point. But he wasn't done yet.
For being
That's
oh
that's
man,
ridiculous, bro.
I'm just trying to get it right. I'm trying to get it right.
Where you want me to go, man?
That way. Everything was going good. You and I had a good rapport.
Yes, we did. Y'all didn't talk about kids. You trying to me up, bro.
Your life. I think you your life up. You can do that. I don't think you will.
See, it's just a power thing. Niggas like this need to get head tapped. I don't give a fuck. All of these niggas need to die.
Verbal abuse should have been far more than enough.
I don't be feeling bad for none of all these old ass niggas when they start getting all type of shit. They need to die, bro. They just need to be gone, bro.
But once the cops got outside and close to their patrol cars, they decided it was also time to throw some physical abuse into the mix.
Of course. I was surprised. I'm surprised he didn't slam him. I was about to say that. I'm like, surprised he didn't slam him or punch him or some shit. No.
I don't think you will.
The verbal abuse should have been far more than enough. But once the cops got outside and close to their patrol cars, they decided it was also time to throw some physical abuse into the mix too, completely unwarranted.
Of course.
What are you doing? Stop. I'm trying to take your shoes off. Just stop. Quit acting like I'm trying to take my shoes off because I have to search you. All you gotta do is behave. Why can't you just behave, dude?
Dude, you keep dancing up. You keep getting it.
There you go. If you don't get your back on my feet,
because we gotta make sure you ain't got nothing in there.
If you think it's unusual that the cops are taking Robinson's shoes off, you'd be completely right. He's being arrested for trespassing, not a drug charge, not a weapons charge, and nothing dangerous whatsoever. Especially when you realize that the cops didn't even search his shoes and forced him to walk on a hot pavement in the middle of July, barefoot.
Hey, bro, can you stop harassing me?
This all would have been over if you would have just handed me your ID. You pulled it out of your wallet. You were fixing to hand it to me, and then you pulled it back. You just didn't want to cooperate, man. You had it. You were there. All you had to do was give me your ID. We're gonna stand up. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, man.
Just imagine, this is how bold niggas, they're moving off of, like, with body count. Like, imagine before, bro, sometimes, bro, I be feeling so bad, bro. I can't imagine, bro. I can't even begin to fathom what motherfuckers had to go through before that shit, bro. That shit actually, like, made me sad, bro. I couldn't imagine, bro.
Y'all not gonna put my back in my feet.
They're gonna go with you.
Watch it.
Robinson was brought back to jail on charges of trespassing and resisting. But it's what happened to the officers after the event that was so interesting and gives us a clear window into the corrupt insides of a police department.
Nothing happened, bro. This is like...
An investigation was of course launched into Garcia, and Garcia's sergeant wrote that he thought a written reprimand would be the appropriate punishment. According to him, Garcia didn't use the word in a racist manner or direct it at anyone. He simply repeated the word back to Robinson. 2 lieutenants also reviewed the incident, and they concurred with the recommendation of a letter of reprimand. Thankfully though, the deputy chief saw the footage and believed that the banter, escalation, and use of profanity was extremely unprofessional and forwarded the incident to Internal Affairs for a formal investigation. Eventually, the video made its way to the San Antonio police chief, who recommended an indefinite suspension for Garcia. He said it was by no means reprimandable conduct. This whole thing was as wrong as it can be.
These niggas is racist as fuck, bro. Thank you. Like, a nigga looked at like, what the fuck?
Eventually, the video made its way to the San Antonio police chief, who recommended an indefinite suspension for Garcia. He said it was by no means reprimandable conduct. This whole thing was as wrong as it can be. In a last-ditch effort to defend himself, Garcia topped all his actions off with a final derogatory and insulting statement, claiming that all he did was use a similar language as a means of communicating his point, repeating his language back in order to speak a vernacular he would understand. In January,
like, come on, bro.
of 2019, Garcia was indefinitely suspended from his role with the San Antonio Police Department.
Fuck that nigga, bro. Like, you have to understand. Look, and this time, so I searched it up. The police departments and whatever. municipalities. I can't even pronounce that shit. I'd be fucking up. But bro, they pay billions in lawsuits, with 25 of the largest U.S. departments spending over $3.2 billion on misconduct cases over a decade, often with millions added for repeat offenders. New York City alone have paid nearly $800 million in settlements between 2019 and 2026. Ridiculous, man. This made me probably the angriest out of all the videos I watched, bro. This shit is just like ridiculous, bro.
Something, baby, I like just how you blushing. And maybe we could bust it at the function. Turn nothing to something. Wish you could just see the horrors of my life may upbring.